Trump's proposed border wall may offer one way to slow down illegal immigration, but some of the people who live in a tiny border town of Zapata offer a different solution. No brick and mortar needed. Our Ken Malacina live tonight from Laredo with that story.
Well, you know, Kaylee, that town of Zapata that you speak of, it's only about an hour away from where we're standing right now. We thought to stop off there on our way here to Laredo to get the pulse of what the people in that town are talking about and what they're saying when it comes to the border wall. The town of Zapata is home to about 14,000 people. Most are ranchers. Others are small business owners like Joe De Anda, who sells candy apples right off the main drag. Like many others here, he opposes a border wall.
I don't think it's necessary to have a wall and on this kind of place here.
He says for generations, this community has coexisted with their neighbors south of the border without any barriers or fears.
We're used to going back and forth, and our ancestors always been to the border and back.
Just down the road from his stand, we came across a local diner known for its chicken fried steak and a healthy serving of local opinion. Here we met Sotero Ramirez, a 77-year-old rancher who was born and raised in this town.
There has to be a limit to it, and you cannot just open the gates and let them come in.
He agrees something needs to be done about the high numbers of illegal border crossings, but according to him, a wall isn't the solution.
If you ever stop hiring illegals, they probably won't come back.
He says most undocumented immigrants come looking for work. He believes stricter penalties for employers who hire them will have a much greater impact than a giant wall. And you know, one of the things that we keep hearing along this trip when we talk to people along the border is that if a 20-foot wall, in fact, does go up along the border, those looking to get into the U.S. illegally will simply just use a 22-foot ladder. Kaylee?
Well, Ken, you touched on this briefly in your story, but people there have clear concerns about business.
Right. And that's the reason why we've come here to Laredo. We're going to get into all of that tomorrow, so we hope that folks will join in with that. This border, this entry here, registered about $250 billion of cross-border commerce last year. There's a lot of goods that come into the U.S. from Mexico. And, of course, we have heard the President Trump administration talking about anywhere between a 5 to 20% tax on some of these goods that are coming over the border to pay for the border wall. So, as you would imagine, it is very much top of mind here for the business community, not just here along the border, but really for the rest of the state. So tomorrow, we're going to talk to folks about that, and we're going to really get into that part of this story, Kaylee.
All right, I've enjoyed your reports on our social media sites as well, Ken. Thank you very much.